Hey, what's up YouTube? It's AFOL man, Emery here, and I'm bringing a video to tell you guys about my experience at BrickWorld Chicago. So let's check it out. So as most of you guys know who follow me, I went up to Chicago, I went to BrickWorld, and I live about, probably about 8 hours away, but my mother-in-law lives pretty close to Chicago, so we kind of just went and visited her and then went up and checked it out. So it wasn't like I just made the whole trip up there just for that. And I didn't take anything to display for a couple reasons. One, it cost money to display. Two, I really would have probably had to have taken 2 vehicles to get it all up there to have a nice amount of stuff to display, and I didn't want to do that. But I would suggest if you live close to something like that, and you can display, I would do it because it's pretty cool. There was a lot of amazing stuff on display. I've already uploaded a couple videos. I'll put them in the links in the description. You can check them out. But it was really mind-boggling. I mean, it's not as big as you might imagine, but it's really bigger than you might imagine. I don't know if that makes sense, but I probably didn't see it all. I was only there for maybe about 4 hours at the most, maybe. I had my mother-in-law and my wife and kids, and they didn't want to stay there all day. So I did take some pictures, some video. I didn't get as much because I was there on Saturday and it was crazy busy. I mean, I heard there was like 10,000 people that went, and I believe it. I don't know if that's all on Saturday. That's probably Saturday, Sunday, whatever. But there was a lot of people, and I tell you, all the vendors. I saw the brick show. All them guys were making money hand over fist as fast as they could sell stuff because they were just swamped with people just trying to buy it all up. The Eclipse graphics. The loot box kid, I met him, and they were all just swamped with people. It was really mind-boggling. All the people buying stuff, checking stuff out. Now I did run into some fans, and I wasn't like mobbed by people. And I did have my AFOL man shirt on, so that probably made me stand out a little bit more. People do follow me on Instagram, on YouTube, so on. But I had a couple people come up to me, said that I had a couple people ask me, "Are you AFOL man?" I don't know if anybody else was wearing an AFOL man shirt. I don't think Brickstar was there. But, so I was like, "Yeah, that's me." And they're like, "Wow, I watch your videos." One guy said he doesn't even have a YouTube channel. He just gets on YouTube once a month, probably on the first of the month, just to check out the city. So that's pretty cool. I definitely appreciate you guys watching. I had another younger kid come up to me and said he follows me on Instagram. He didn't say anything about YouTube. So, it's funny because, I started on YouTube and then, I kind of got going on Instagram too. So there's a lot of people that follow me on Instagram, don't know about YouTube. People on YouTube don't know about Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, I'll put a link in the description. Check that out. There's a lot more pictures of BrickWorld on Instagram that I'm probably going to put here on YouTube, so you can check that out. So that was kind of cool. It was kind of weird, getting recognized. But I guess if I'm going to get recognized, that's probably the place where it's going to happen, where there's other Lego lovers, people who probably subscribe to me, so on and so forth. I did see a lot of people looking at me like they probably knew me, but didn't say nothing. I do want to give a shout out to Brick Builder 11. He has a YouTube channel. I'll put a link in the description. I'll put a picture on the screen. It was funny because I was walking by his display and he didn't say nothing to me. He just pointed at my sig fig that was on top. But he had like a little mini sig tower, which is pretty cool. And he even had an apartment. I'll put a video here on the screen. He already had the top floor as my apartment. And I truly appreciate that. I mean, I was really blown away that somebody, had my sig fig right there. And I don't know, it was kind of cool. He also had Friction Pen, I think, up there, and Brick Stacker. And I think there was like the Brick Shows, display with their little logo guy, the little monster. So that was really cool to see that. I appreciate it. Like I said, go check out Brick Builder 11. I'll put a link in the description, And I also met Danny from Lego Buff Production. He had a nice Star Wars mock display. I'll put a picture here on the screen. And so I saw him and I went up to him, talked to him. So it was really cool to be able to meet other YouTubers, other fans of Lego. This was really the first real Lego convention I ever went to. As you guys know, I did display with my lug a couple weeks ago, but that was really like a RC, or not, I keep saying RC train, but a hobby train display. Well, I mean, a show. It wasn't like a full-on Lego show like this. So it was just really, cool to be around other people. And if you don't know who Lego Buff Production is, I'll put a link in the description. Go subscribe to his channel too. He does a lot of awesome Star Wars MOCs. But I mean, he does have all the modulars and everything else too. He's just a Lego lover like us. So that was pretty cool getting to meet him. He actually said that he was so busy, sitting by his MOC and talking to people, he didn't even get one picture of his display, which was pretty mind-boggling because I know he has quite a studio. So, and that was one thing I noticed too. For me, being there on Saturday, it was really hard to get a bunch of video, a bunch of pictures because there's so many people. Probably the best time would be to go, sign up. Even if you don't display, you can pay, and then you can go there during the off hours, and you get to have a chance to win a bunch of free Lego. I think one of the guys in my lug, there was a couple of the guys in my lug, the Kansas City lug, that were there displaying. They weren't with the lug. I mean, they weren't displaying with the lug. They were just doing their own thing. But I think one of them won like the new Ferris wheel. So they were giving away a lot of nice Lego sets from what I understand. So, I mean, I kind of complained about having to pay so much to display, but, I mean, you do get kickbacks and you have opportunities to win a bunch of free Lego, so you probably end up coming ahead eventually. And like I said, you get to do all of that extra stuff too. Me personally, I don't know if I'd want to be there for 4 or 5 days. I mean, 4 hours was, it was enough for me, but there were so many people there, it was kind of overwhelming. But I definitely appreciated it. I definitely learned a lot. I took a lot of pictures, and one of the videos I'll put a link to it was like this giant city display with skyscrapers. I mean, they made Sig Tower look like a baby. So that was really cool to see that. And they probably weren't, they were like hollowed out buildings. They're not going to have levels with apartments or nothing. When you get that big and that big of a layout, they probably don't do too much with the interior. But, that was pretty cool. I learned a lot of, techniques. Took a lot of pictures. Hopefully I can make some more skyscrapers for my city. And I will do a separate haul video. I did buy some stuff while I was there. So once I get that up, I'll put it in the cards and I'll put a link in the description. But again, guys, I want you guys to go check out the other people I mentioned. Lego Buff Production, Brick Builder 11. If there's anybody else, I don't know. The loot box kid, that guy was really nice. He did give me his sig figure. I gave him mine too. So check them out, guys. As always, check out the other videos. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought about BrickWorld if you were there. As always, see you in the next video. Bye.